Hi, everyone. My name is Tiara Fair, and I'm with United Way of Delaware. And welcome to the Do More 24 2021 info session. And I am joined with my partner in crime, but really United Way's partner um, for Impact is Sarah Fulton. Hey.
Hey, Tiara. Thanks for taking the time to do this with me today. I know that there are so many nonprofits that are ready to get signed up for Do More 24, but might have a couple of questions. Organizations that participated last year, but are looking to kind of level up their involvement this year. So I don't know if you want to talk about some of the successes that we had last year.
I love the word that you use, level up. That's like my favorite. I don't know if you guys know the Sierra song Level Up, but that's what I think about when I think about Do More 24 is every year we want to level up and do something a little bit better. This year when we talk about leveling up, we're trying to think of what goal we should have, right? For our nonprofits, what we should kind of just encourage everyone to have. And the goal is to just do a little bit better than last year. If you could just get 10% more donors, you could just get 10% more dollars raised, then just think about how much more you can do for the community. And last year, we had just an amazing time and experience working with so many nonprofits. We had over 300 nonprofits that participated. Luckily, we were able to get in the mix and do More 24 before the whole world shut down.
Oh my gosh.
So you see all these maskless people because this is like before mask. There will be a time where we're talking about be in before mask. The time before mask. But we were having so many places. We're having amazing events. We're really just pushing Do More 24, and because of that, we raised $400,000 plus all together for nonprofit across Delaware, and that is freaking amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. We were so blown away by all of the new organizations that participated last year, and we're so excited. We're filming this today. It's in January, and we still have about 5 weeks before Do More 24. But as of right now, as of today, I think we have about 130 nonprofits that are signed up and ready to participate.
So we hope
to double that number, as we get into February. But yes, we've got a lot of energy and a lot of momentum around the day. So we're, obviously this year we're going to have to do things a little bit virtually, but just know that everyone is cheering from their homes and from their offices as we get ready for this year.
So luckily, Do More 24 is a virtual campaign. So we're
absolutely. The power of social media, it transcends this pandemic that we're in. So this year, we're looking at March 4th and 5th is Do More 24, and this day runs from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tiara, why do we do this at 6 p.m.?
We do it at 6 p.m. because essentially we wanted more daytime hours for Do More 24, and we wanted people to, that you might tell somebody something and then the day gets away from them and they're like, shucks, I really wanted to donate. Is it too late now? And it's already the next day. So we moved it from midnight to midnight to 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to kind of give that buffer. It gives you time to remind people for them to forget, and then for you to remind them again the next day. Which to us, it was proved to be such a great success. Last year was the first year we did it, and we quadrupled our numbers. So that's pretty awesome.
The other nice thing about 6 o'clock is, it gives you 2 days after the traditional 9 to 5 is over. Last year, some of those pictures that we saw on the last slide, those were kickoff happy hour events that happened on that Thursday evening. And then you can also do events as we kind of close out the night and celebrate. Last year we had folks open the doors of their nonprofits to have some of their supporters come in and visit their facilities. Obviously this year we do not encourage you to do that. We want everyone to stay COVID safe. And if you are doing things in person, if you're in your facilities, obviously we hope that you're masking up, that you're hand sanitizing, that you're distancing from others. But this year, we've all, I'm sure, been to a virtual Zoom happy hour or watched a virtual panel. There's a lot that you can do using Zoom, using Facebook Live. And we think that allowing you to kind of have both the evenings of Thursday and Friday to maximize those times on the airwaves is going to be something that a lot of our nonprofits can take advantage of. So this is the platform that we use, domore24delaware.org. If you are following along right now, I will pause and Tiara and I can banter for a moment. I would recommend that you actually just pull up this website right now. I'll show you some screenshots of the website, but we can have you follow along and navigate as well. Tiara, other things that we want to talk about. Maybe you could talk about the marketing toolkit while people are pulling up the website.
Yeah, definitely. So if you are a nonprofit and you haven't already signed up for Do More 24, go to the website. When you go to the website, you really just are going to click that sign up button in the corner, and we'll talk about more about that later. But once you sign up, what is awesome is that our job is really to make your job and make you successful. That is Sarah and I's one of our only jobs during Do More 24 is how can we make this as successful as possible for nonprofits. And one of the ways that us and a committee of amazing other individuals have done that is creating a marketing toolkit. So this marketing toolkit is going to give you the everything you need to you can think of that you might want to use to market Do More 24. It'll give you sample letters to your board. It's going to give you sample letters to donors. It's going to give you sample thank yous. It's going to give you all of your logos. Do More 24 is trademarked, so you need to use certain logos and things like that. And so we're going to give you all of that information so that we're going to give you sample social media posts so that you can really just it's really like as simple as copying and pasting. If you really don't have the time or maybe you feel like you're not as creative, we are really giving you a great jump start. And if you just follow the toolkit, you will definitely make a difference in your fundraising. And so as soon as you sign up, you will receive an email shortly after, a few days after. We try to get it close to 24 hours as possible, but at least a couple days after, you'll receive an email that is automated. It can have your toolkit in it. You can click through it, check it out, and start using it. Even now, it's a great time to start reminding people about Do More 24 now, because the more people you talk to about it early, the easier it will be.
Awesome. So this is the homepage of our website. It is, this is when you get to domore24delaware.org. You'll see we've got a countdown clock. This is obviously a screenshot, but that countdown clock is counting down right now. You can go and check it out. We have a couple of different features that I want to point out on this home screen. Number one, the Start Here button. We will get there in just a second. At the very bottom of this screen, you can see the little bell that says, get a reminder to donate. This is going to be your best friend. As Tiara mentioned, sometimes donors, people that we care about, have the very best of intentions. They want to support your cause. This is a 24-hour event, so we want those donations to come in from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. But if you start telling your folks, if you start saying, hey, everybody, sending out those emails, getting this on people's social media, you might be thinking, well, if I tell someone in January, they've got to wait 5 whole weeks before they can give us that money. I know it goes against a lot of development director instincts to, say, hold off on that money. So you can direct them right here, the get a reminder to donate. And actually, we'll talk a little bit more as we talk about the individual pages. You've got that very same button when you set up your individual profile. So they'll get a reminder from your organization the morning of Do More 24, reminding them to go donate at 6 o'clock. So let me just pan over to the next slide here. This is the search engine that we have. So you'll be able, once you sign up, this is obviously the A is the beginning of the alphabet. You'll be able to sign up and you can see just alphabetically, we've got a list of folks, but there's a lot of search criteria over here, both by county, office location, and then you'll see that there's also the sector that your nonprofit serves. So if a donor rolls up to this website on Do More 24 and they're really passionate about the arts, they can search arts organizations. And if you're an arts organization, you'll pop up in that list. Same goes for you name it. We've got, I think, dozens of categories. And when you create your page, you can assign all of those keywords so that, if you do social justice work, you'll show up in the social justice searches and things like that. The next page, so this is just an example. As Tara mentioned, I work at Spur Impact, so I'm just using this as an example. This is our page. So this is what you'll see once you log in, or if you participated with us last year, once you re-log back in and activate the page that you used last year. A couple of things of note, you can customize this picture. A lot of organizations just use their logo, but some people get really fun with it and have pictures of, Tara mentions this a lot, but we like to see smiling faces. So if you've got pictures of your volunteers or other folks in your orbit that are out doing things that align with your mission, throw a picture on there. People love to see that. You'll have room to talk about your mission and some of the other information about your website. But again, here's that remind me to donate button, so you can see that right there. You'll also see these are the social media links as well as an embed link, so you can really do a lot with your specific organization's URL. One thing you'll see here is we have not yet set a goal for the Spur Impact fundraising page, but as an organization, you can say, hey, we want to raise $500 on Do More 24. Some organizations set that to be $5,000. Some organizations, Tiara, I think, what was it last year? I think our top raising organization raised about $33,000 in 24
like
hours, which is just
something
remarkable.
amazing.
Yeah, it was really incredible. I think that was Family Promise of Newcastle County did a really great job. A question came up in the last information session that we did, which is what's the average that a nonprofit will raise? As we mentioned, we have about 300 nonprofits participating last year. And so the average raised among them was about $1,200. But keep in mind, we had a lot of organizations that were raising $5,000 and $10,000. You really get out of it what you put into it. And so we'll talk a little bit more about some things there. One thing that I'll mention, and I should have updated the screenshot here, but we'll do another training about this. And actually that's going to happen on February 8th. We'll do a little bit more of an in-depth website training February 8th at 11:30 in the morning. There is a button that should pop up similar to the Remind Me to Donate, where you can create or have some of your supporters create child pages. So Tiara obviously works at the United Way of Delaware. She loves United Way. You can't talk to her without her talking about and hyping up United Way. So because she is such an enthusiastic supporter, she can go to the United Way page, create a fundraiser of her own and call it, Tiara, what would you call your fundraising page?
Support children with United Way of Delaware.
Support children with the United Way of Delaware. And Tiara can customize and say, her page would say, hi, I'm Tiara. Here's why I'm really excited to support United Way of Delaware today. And she could come up with her own goal of, I don't know, how much money do you think you could raise in 24 hours?
$20,000 easy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And so you can have organizations, and I know United Way, you guys did this last year. A number of your staff members created different teams, and all of those subtotals that each person, we call them the parent page and the child page. So all of those child page fundraisers attribute to the larger umbrella organization, United Way of Delaware. So you can do this. We have a couple of nonprofits this year who are using this function to take the place of guest bartender events or different events where they would have people go out and do fundraising. So they'll be able to use that child page and have them, all do their own little fundraising, and you can kind of track it and keep some friendly competition going as we make our way towards Do More 24. One thing that I'll mention that is on the back end of this website. So you're probably wondering, how do I get this data? On your dashboard, when you log into this website, you'll have the capability to download an Excel spreadsheet, and it's got all the data that you'll need, real-time data of your donors, their address, all of that information that you'll be looking for, and it updates in real time. So at the end of the night on March 5th, you can go at 6:01 and capture all of your donor data, and that is yours to do with what you will. The United Way for Impact, we do not use that outside of Do More 24. We just want to make sure that we are setting you guys up for success. All right, so Tiara, do you want to talk a little bit about the prize dollars?
This is like my favorite part, because when people ask us about why would I do More 24 or what's the purpose? I mean, honestly, the purpose is that we can do so much better together. So when all of us work together to raise money on one day, one, we're creating a buzz and the type of communication that most of us can't do on our own. to create that type of like excitement and buzz around donors and people all at one time. And so when we do it all together, it makes such a big difference. Secondly, we work really hard to incentivize donating and to incentivize raising money for your nonprofit. So throughout the day, nonprofits are going to be eligible to win many different prizes. We'll have hourly prizes. Last year we did things like you had the early bird special, like the early bird special prize, where if you got the most donors between, I don't know, 6 a.m. and 8 a.m., then your nonprofit might get an extra $500, which is amazing just for raising money and pushing during that time limit. You could add $500 to your pot. For some of our nonprofits, that's a huge deal. And remember, these are unrestricted dollars. So these are dollars that you can do whatever you want with, pay your staff, whatever you need at this moment. We're gonna have a lot of other different prizes during that day. But what I can tell you, the best thing to do is one, prizes are going to come out to all the nonprofits that participated. They will come out in mid-February, so you can look out for that. And we will make sure that we not only put the list of prizes out by email, but it will also be on our website, so you'll be able to see the list of prizes that your nonprofit can go for during that day. The second thing I'm going to tell you is strategize. Strategize. As soon as you receive the list of prizes, you take that to your team and you start to figure out what prizes your nonprofits are going to go for and how you are going to work to get it. It could be something as easy, it doesn't all have to be social media. It can be something as easy as calling all your board members and saying, okay, we're going to go for the late night prize, and it's going to be that means we need the most donors from 11 p.m. to midnight. I'm just making a prize up. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me. I don't know for sure whether this will be it. But we're going to get the most donors from 11 p.m. to midnight. So I need all of you to do it. And you send them a text message at 10:55, and then everybody donates from 11 p.m. to midnight. And then luckily, everybody else is sleeping. So you win. And so that's kind of one of the ways you can strategize. There's also there will be a lot of other cool prizes that are special, like the video contest. Again, we're going to put out the rules and everything for the video contest in mid-February. So just look out for that. And lastly, I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors. So
Yes.
because of all of the sponsors and this alphabet soup that you see right now, and many more to come, we have raised over 75K in prize money. So we'll be giving out a lot of prizes on Do More 24 Day. And if you can't think of any other reasons why your nonprofit might want to put their hat in the ring and join Do More 24, this is the reason. And one of our favorite prizes is our stretch pool. We started it last year when we started working with For Impact because they have such an amazing idea. And so Sarah's going to tell you all about how the stretch pool works.
Absolutely. So the stretch pool, you can kind of think of this like a pie chart. And let me just reiterate, because I think when we did our last info session, I think that I might have misspoke. So Tiara, you're going to have to gut check me on this, but I want to be super clear about the stretch pool. This is when the day is done, 6:01 p.m. on Friday night, you will have raised some total of money. That is yours. We are not going to take any of that away. That is not conditional in any regards. The stretch pool, as well as some of these other prizes, these are icing on the cake. So these are just incentives for your donors, for your board to get excited. We know that you have to go to your board and ask a lot for your board members, but we want to make this as fun and as appealing an opportunity as possible. So let me talk about the stretch pool. So at the end of the day, your organization is going to raise some total of money, as well as every other participating organization. So I like to kind of call that, we will have at the end of the night some thermometer of some, amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars that we have raised. Last year, that was about $392,000, which is awesome. This year, we're going to knock that number out of the park. So once the day is over, we will have a finite sum of money that we raised, which is awesome. Then we're going to think about the stretch pool separately. So the stretch pool currently right now sits at $50,000. The way you can think about this is your organization is going to have raised some percentage of that overall thermometer, as well as everyone else's. And think of that just like in the terms of a pie chart. So you've got one slice of pie, you know, Spur Impact's got a slice of pie, United Way has a slice of pie, all of the organizations are going to make up this pie chart. And so proportionate to what you raise of the overall total is the percentage that you'll get on, you know, cherry on top from the stretch pool. So for example, if we raise, let's say we raise $500,000, just say we raise $500,000. Tiara, your organization, United Way, you guys raise 5% of that overall total. You guys will then get 5% of the stretch pool. So that means that you get 5% of the $50,000 stretch pool, which is, help me do math, $2,500 that you would just get right on top of what your organization raised. So everyone who raises something will get something else out of the stretch pool. So last year,
not $2,500, Sarah, it's $250.
Oh,
right?
No, I think it's $2,500. 50,000.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
All good. See, this is why we got to keep ourselves in check here. I know that this is a little confusing, but you know, if you raise a percentage of the overall total, you will get that same percentage of the stretch pool. So right now, this year, the stretch pool sits at $50,000. Even if your organization only raises a couple $100, you're going to get a few bucks on top from the stretch pool, which is just a really cool way to say that you are going to get rewarded for participating at all. And the more you participate, the bigger your piece of pie is going to be compared to other organizations. So the more of the stretch pool you're going to get. It's a pretty equitable way to do prizes. So between the stretch pool and some of the other prizes that we have, there are so many opportunities for your organization to just kind of grab at these prize dollars just because you're participating. Two other things I want to point out, and actually let me go back to the logos that we have here. I want to highlight Discover Bank. Discover Bank this year has come in as our philanthropic champion sponsor, and they are putting forward a $20,000 prize. It's going to work kind of like the stretch pool, but it's only for eligible CRA organizations. So these are folks who are doing work in housing space, economic development, community revitalization. So, you know, we'll look at that. The list of, you know, when we talked about the search criteria, whatever type of work that you do, if you're in the housing space, you'll be eligible for some of these prizes. But Discover Bank has put forward a really cool prize, and we're really grateful to them. The other prize that I want to flag this year, so the DDOA, the Delaware Division of the Arts, is putting forward $425,000 of matching funds available to their grantee organizations. So I believe there's about 60 eligible organizations out there that serve the state of Delaware in the art space that receive DDOA funding. They're going to be able to get a ton of really cool prizes throughout the day. It's going to work similarly like their own pot of money. As we continue to grow Do More 24, we hope that every nonprofit will have opportunities like this to compete for other industry-specific type funding. But we're really grateful to the state of Delaware for seeing this as a cool opportunity to lift up our arts right now. I know not, you know, all nonprofits are struggling right now, but our arts in particular are having a really hard time not being able to, you know, be in front of audiences. And so we're really excited to be able to shine a light on our art sector with this opportunity. So we're coming to a close here. I think we've touched on just about everything, but as Tiara mentioned in the very beginning, the way that you're going to want to get signed up is go to that homepage that we talked about. I hope you have been following along. Up at the top right-hand corner, left-hand corner, left and right, man, that was tough. Top left-hand corner, there is an orange Start Here button. That'll take you to this page and you'll see a couple of different options. If your organization has never participated in Do More 24, you're gonna wanna click on this first New Nonprofits sign up link down at the bottom here. If your organization did participate in 2020, you will be able to use those same login credentials just to log in to the account that you all used last year. A couple of things that you'll see, you'll be able to copy over all of the information that you had from 2020 to 2021. You'll be able to set new goals, create new child pages and all of that. But a lot of your information, the logo, your mission, a lot of that will all be there waiting for you to pick it back up and, start going where we left off back in March of 2020. If you are someone who your organization already has a page, but you would like to become a new administrator for that page, all you'll want to do is click this blue button, create an account. So Tiara, you guys have a lot of staff over at United Way. It's possible that there might be someone on your team who's not an administrator. They would just go in, create an account. We would see that UWDE.org email, and we would make them an admin for the United Way page. And if you have any questions, you are certainly able to reach out to me, to Tiara, or if you go on the website, there's a little chat function and those requests come into us. And so if you've got any questions as you're navigating the website, please don't hesitate to reach out. Tiara, we covered a lot of ground. Did we miss anything?
I think that you got it because I was going to ask you, I was going to say, like, what happens if you don't remember your account information? And it's just that you can either you can log in, or if you're new to your organization and doing Do More 24 for the first time, leading it, then you just create an account, and then you will be connected to your organization automatically if you have that organization email. If you don't have that organization email, just message us, let us know, like, hey, I'm using a Gmail, but I'm associated with whatever email, with whatever sign up page, and we will make sure that you're connected with your nonprofit.
Exactly. One last thing, as we're talking about this website that I don't think that I mentioned, and this is really important, and I should have mentioned this as we were talking about the platform. This website is going to be a cheaper option for you than most other crowdfunding platforms. So not only are we excited to use it because this is the way that we're going to account for all those prize dollars and things, but let me just talk really quickly. If you're sitting here thinking, what's this going to cost my organization? No sign up fee, no setup fee. All transactions will have a flat fee of $1 plus 5% of the transaction. Like I mentioned, that's a pretty low fee if you look at kind of the market value of other vendors. But the one thing that I will mention is last year, 96% of donors opted to cover those fees, which is really high. So don't worry about it. The majority of your donors are going to opt to pay those fees. People are used to paying fees. And so it's not going to cut too much at all away from your bottom line of what you raise. So I think with that, there's not any other questions that we missed today. We will have a whole host of other trainings and office hours over the next couple of weeks. So be sure to keep an eye out on your inbox. We'll be sending you invites to those events. And we, Tiara hit this on the head earlier, but I want to just reiterate it. We're here to help make sure that you have all of the resources available to have a really successful Do More 24. So Tiara, anything else?
I think lastly, I just want to tell everybody to sign up for Do More 24. So I hope this training, this info session was helpful. I hope this encourages you, if you were unsure or you have more questions, to still sign up for Do More 24. And if you do have more questions, you know who to reach out to now. We are so excited that you are listening and that you're here with us, because we really believe in the new nonprofits in Delaware, and we really want to make a difference this March. So please go and start by signing up. Once you sign up, you will start receiving all the emails, all the information you need, and you can get started in making all the money, all the unrestricted dollars for your nonprofit.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Tiara, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.